Episode 4. Jesus never changed the Sabbath. He honored it. Welcome back to the unchangeable Sabbath, from Eden to eternity. In Episode 3, we saw that the Sabbath commandment was so important, God wrote it in stone with his own finger. Now, in Episode 4, we turn to the life of our Savior. Did Jesus change the Sabbath? Did he declare a new holy day? The answer is clear: no. Jesus never changed the Sabbath. He honored it. Let's start with Luke 4:16. And he came to Nazareth, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. As his custom was, that means it was his habit. Jesus regularly kept the seventh-day Sabbath. He worshipped, taught, healed, and honored God on that day. Not once did he break it. Not once did he say, "This is about to change." Even when challenged by the Pharisees, Jesus never said the Sabbath was abolished. Instead, he corrected their misuse of the day, not the day itself. In Matthew 12:12, after healing a man on the Sabbath, Jesus declared, "It is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days." He wasn't canceling the Sabbath. He was restoring its purpose, a blessing, not a burden. Jesus declared in Mark chapter 2:27-28, "The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath." Let's pause right there. Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, not Sunday. If the resurrection changed the day of worship, wouldn't Jesus have said, "I am Lord of Sunday now"? He didn't. Not once. And what about the argument that his resurrection moved the day of worship to Sunday? That idea never came from Jesus' mouth. You won't find one verse where Christ tells his followers to honor the first day of the week. Not one. On the contrary, in John 15:10, Jesus says, "If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love." Jesus kept the Sabbath because it was his Father's commandment, and he never instructed anyone to disobey it. Let's also remember Matthew 5:17-19. "Think not that I am come to destroy the law, but to fulfill." Fulfill does not mean cancel or erase. It means to live it out perfectly. And he continues, "Till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law." Well, look around you. Has heaven passed away? Has the earth vanished? Then the law, including the fourth commandment, still stands. So, where did the change come from? If not from Jesus, then who? The answer is man-made tradition, centuries after Christ. Human institutions, not divine revelation, introduced Sunday worship. Jesus rebuked this very mindset in Mark 7:9. "Full well ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition." That rebuke still applies today. So here's the challenge. To every pastor, priest, theologian, scholar, imam, skeptic, and Sunday keeper, show us one verse where Jesus changed the Sabbath to Sunday. Not a verse about resurrection, not a verse about the disciples' meeting, a clear command from Jesus to keep Sunday holy instead of the seventh day. You won't find it, because it doesn't exist. Jesus, the Creator, the Redeemer, the King of Kings, is still Lord of the Sabbath. He kept it, he taught it, he loved it, and he calls us to walk as he walked. Join us in Episode 5, where we'll expose the myth that the apostles changed the Sabbath after the resurrection. Until then, remember the words of our Savior, "If ye love me, keep my commandments." John 14:15.